Yo, welcome back, everyone. It's definitely been a little bit and whatnot. I've been playing a bit of Sonic Wave in the background, so I'm not super insanely rusty or anything. I've definitely been getting a lot more consistent, especially with the first wave. So hopefully I can definitely get a better run. I'll have to see though. Let me go ahead and just boot up everything. Let's go ahead and just get right into it. Hold up, where is it at? There we go. What's good, y'all? All right. So, just the usual and whatnot. A couple attempts towards the end, just see if I can get a run from there to the end, and then we start going from the first wave, and then we start going from zero. So I want to see if I dropped any skill by any chance. I'm gonna play through the end. I'm so rusty at this end. I don't know why. Actually, to be honest, I'm not doing that bad on the end. Like, I was actually getting pretty consistently up to this point. Then it's like, I typically do that part pretty consistently. I'll try it again, then get it pretty consistently, and then we're gonna go to the second wave. Oh my god. Nice. Try it again. I think we're good to start from the second wave. gonna try and see if I can get from the first wave now. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. That's kind of sucks to death. That's like low-key like one of the easier parts. Finally caught one. What's good, Ogreka? How you doing? Otter, what's good? Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Why that pattern is always so weird to me. Like, okay, I know why. It's because each timing isn't fully synced with the music. That's like the only reason. The Sonic Wave is extreme, or is insane or extreme? An extreme view, without a doubt. I was at one point a former top one. Back in 2016. My God. I'm pretty sure right now I've spent more attempts on this than Alpha by X, which is insane to think about. I died to that part again, dude. Are you kidding me? So, in my opinion, first wave is definitely the hardest wave without, or, oh my God, without a doubt. Yeah. Those headbangs are going to be the main thing that's going to kill me. Honestly, yeah, you know, I should just play some Zero. I should just play from Zero at this point. Where's it at? Yeah, put it on top of the list. There we go. Let's go. Frame perfect like right at the very beginning. There we go. timer resolution? What do you mean timer resolution? Also, hold up. Let me put in a message for when go percent happens. Go at 33, probably. Go at... Yeah, go at 30%, actually. I'm gonna pin that. Yeah, I actually have no idea what you mean by timer resolution. It's an app that make the click easy. I don't use any mods, or I play strictly vanilla. I did have Geode at one point until 2.2 kind of killed it, and even then I never used CBF. I used I mostly use it for Death Tracker, and Globe. Yeah. Yeah, that ball part is always... It's a weird part. It's definitely difficult. Now, I'm not one of those people who say that the ball part's the hardest part of the level. That's not even close to being true. But it's more or less the ball part does have a couple really tricky timings. Or has a couple really tight timings for no reason, but the rest of it's pretty free. I also don't like the fact that for those spikes, they're actually slightly misaligned. So the timing of them is actually more difficult than what it looks. What's the hardest demon you've beaten? I've beaten a demon called Alphabot X, which is... I did it as a jump from an insane demon, and it's about stupid hell difficulty. After that anyways, I mostly grinded some easy extremes. My god. I went back to beat Cataclysm, I went back to beat... I beat the Flawless, I beat Azure, I beat a bunch of... beat Precipitants. I beat Red World. That's probably like the only demons that's the only classic demons I've beaten anyways. Or classic extremes. That's the dumbest freaking spot to die at. Are you using a mouse or a macro pad? Let me see this. Geode is back. Hold up, is it actually? I get to have Death Tracker, is what you're saying? Or are y'all trolling me? Also, welcome. I do not know how to pronounce him. Welcome to the stream. Am I using a mouse or a macro pad? I'm using a I use keyboard. I also think it's cool though that a lot of CBF verifications ended up getting rated. I'm kind of hyped to see where levels like Ashy Wave Trials would actually place. Hold up, did I just do the frame perfect click without looking? Okay then. Geode's back. I'll probably reinstall it. Probably not this stream, but definitely another time. Like I said, I only really use it for, not cosmetics, but, more so just stuff like Death Tracker. Just so I can analyze what's actually, like, the hardest parts. Honestly, Death Tracker should be a base game thing anyway. It should just be a vanilla GD thing. Oh my god. So I'm about to say, what do we have in the CVF verification so far that got rated but have yet to be played? I mean, you got Ashley Wave Trials. There was another one that was verified with CVF. I'm trying to remember. That sucked. The only one I can remember is the point verification. That's terrible. Hey bro, what's your account username? It's just Offload. You should be able to find it pretty easily. If Gio's back though, I might actually go along with the thing of commissioning for a new icon set. Oh my god, dude. That click's also really weird. Or those two clicks, because it's like, if you time the first one late enough, you can actually just buffer it, but then if you have to fully react as to how early or late you click, which is not easy. Oh my god, man. I do have a couple levels I want to go for after this though. I want to see how I do with Sonic Wave. I think it's also because I've been playing Sonic Wave a lot more like on and off. So I'm definitely not going to be getting the progress that I would like to, or at least not as quick. That timing's also really easy to miss as well, just because you have to time it very late. So there's in some cases where you time it too late, you just die. I have an account too. Oh, 1 second. I keep dying in the dumbest places, man. I have an account too. Can you see if you want to, of course. I'm about to say you're completely free to just send me a friend request. I'm probably gonna accept it anyways. The Sonic Wave experience. Dying to that first click every single attempt. In the account is a Yamoresu? Yeah, Yamoresu is what I'm seeing. part. It's like the ball part. You know it's only difficult for like 4 clicks, and that's about it. Okay, I've seen enough. Death Runs carry. Welcome, personal something. We got party in here. Yeah, I think right now, anyways, I think I should probably keep subscriber chat off. I've been kind of doing that recently, only because I realized that if a lot of people see, like, oh yeah, you need to subscribe, then they typically are clicking off. So I decided to get rid of it as a reset, just to see how it would do. So I don't think right now, anyways, I need to super focus on subscribers. I think I need more focus on getting more time. I'm being for real. That's so stupid. You beat 9 circles? I have, in fact, beaten 9 circles. I already have 3 losses today on Watch. I have 3 losses today, therefore on Watch. Man, shut up. They're a friend of mine, alright? Like, we joke like this sometimes. But yes, I have beaten 9 circles. I love 9 circles levels, personally. And you could call me wave carried. I don't know if this counts as wave carry, but I beat Head Rush. I beat Head Rush in like 15 minutes. Which is like the one white hard demon 9 circles level. And like I'm playing this level and I'm like, man, this... It's only because for stuff like the ball part and everything, there's just some really nasty choke points. And part of the wave. And the wave also has some pretty disgusting parts. And this first cube. But at least it's at the beginning of the level. So worst case scenario, I die to it, I just restart back over. That's so stupid. I'm trying to beat the ice. Oh my god. Welcome, Meru. Thank you for subbing. Well, let me check. Is it this person? It is, in fact. Thank you for the subscription. Also, I just checked your channel banner. Really cute. I like it. Yeah, now that I think about it, let me... You did not send a thing. I'm disappointed. I'm joking. But it's so difficult. I spy my little eye. I personally find the level itself to be really easy. Okay, for the difficulty, I find it to be really easy. It's just the fact that it's just an eyesore. It's just an eyesore to play. Very bright, very flashy. And that's pretty much why it even bothers having a demon difficulty. For the most part, I think for a level like that, just practice on a layout. Because you'll see a layout version of it, and you're like, dang, it's so easy. I'm stuck with the spider part at 30%. That's a... I guess I can play it on stream. Oh, I actually don't want to play it on the stream now, think about it. It's a very flashy level, but I get what you mean. You're talking about the one where like it has the eye blinking, and every time it blinks, it completely blanks out the entire screen, right? You're talking about the one part after the jumping ball. It's okay with you don't want to do. No, it's not for the fact that I don't want to play it. It's for the sense of I'm playing Sonic Wave, and if I swap to that, if I swap to a very flashy level, I don't want to like set people off by complete accident, you know, like epilepsy wise. Wait, that's actually a real level name? Yeah, it was. Actually, I think it was voted to be the best Easy Demon as well. It's a really good level, but that is in fact an actual rated level. And a good one at that. If you can handle flashing lights. And I mean like very rapid flashing lights. But yeah, I can see why you would get stuck on that. I think it took me a few attempts. And I mean like few attempts as in like for easy demons for me, I can beat them relatively pretty quick. And I'm talking about like at the very least I could clear an easy demon like 6 attempts. At the very most, it depends. Learning that spider part was probably the only part that actually gave me at least remotely any sort of trouble. But even then, it only took me like 9 attempts maybe. So I could definitely see if you're going for Ice Rival as a new artist, I could definitely see that being the case. It's also a Blee level. And we all love Blee. Not Blee. Why did I say Blee? I'm so stupid. Oh my god, I'm just saying this now. Oh my god, bro. I mean Voxycat. I'm so sorry. Dude, we don't talk about that. Well, now I'll play GD. Send good luck to me. Good luck. Good luck with the level. Is it a new hardest for you? Or what's up? Question for everyone. What's the weirdest named GD level you've ever seen? If it's... Honestly, it could literally be anything if we're not talking about rated levels, because it could be any custom level. It could be any user level. If we're talking about weirdest name... Honestly, you can check the challenge list and the demon list, bro. You have a couple good ones. One of my personal favorites is the Super Hot Dog. Yes, the Super Hot Dog. You have levels, and I mean like top extreme demons that are literally just Breaking Bad characters. I'm trying to think of another extreme or insane demon. Hold up. You have a level called Gum Shot. That's a pretty good one, actually. That's a pretty good name. Like I said, there's a lot of really good level names. Oh yeah, I forgot. You have Gangbang? Or Bang Gang, sorry. Actually, no, I think both, yeah, no, both are a level. What am I talking about? Both are levels. Dang, so there may be just a level named Walter White. I kid you not. You ready for something really funny? Oh my god, hold up, why is this like actually ridiculous? I'm crazy with it, I don't care. It's an extreme, yeah, Walter White was at one point a top 3. It's still a really ridiculously difficult level. But you ready for this one? You have the current actual hardest of the Breaking Bad series. You have Saul Goodman. Oh my god. Saul Goodman. You have Jesse Pinkman. Oh, let's go. We got this song. Oh my god. my god, okay, I don't care what anyone says. That's crazy. Yeah, they're all extremes. And then you got probably my personal favorite, Gustavo Fring. Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude. So wait, hold, do you press it or not? Oh, you do have to press it. That's a diabolical click. What the? Alright, anyways, back to Sonic Wave. But yeah, no, those are actual level names. You have the Super Hot Dog. Song not allowed for use, of course it isn't. Oh my god. Dude, I don't know how to play this level. Okay, yeah, no, I'm good. That's the level for a different time. I know it's like one of the easiest levels, but still. Alright, let me get rid of these. Alright, we're good. But yeah, they're all extreme. Saul Goodman, when it was verified, was actually a top 15 level in the game. I'm trying to think of another level that's pretty funny. Oh yeah, the Hell Nuts. Which that right there, I think that level was a top 100 for a hot minute. That sucks, man. 45. Let him cook. Not right now. I wasn't even really getting that nervous. The headbang part is just that. It's that weird. Also, it says on your handle Nishu. I don't know if that's like your actual tag or not, but welcome to the stream. How are you doing this evening? I had the dude drop to 100 like 8 times before I beat it. Actual torture. I still have yet to do drop to 100. I'm gonna be so honest. I practiced the ending part enough to where I feel like I could definitely do it, and I feel like I just need to kind of just start bashing my head against the wall until I actually beat the level. Now, actual torture, I don't know. I like Sonic Wave. Fair enough. Good luck when beating it. Thank you. So, wait, that's the case. What's your hardest then? Or is it Sonic Wave? That's the dumbest freaking death, dude. Oh, I keep dying to that for some reason. Sonic Wave is your hardest. GG's. My god. Yeah, this was a level I've always wanted to beat ever since it got verified. And it's like, I never felt like I really had the skill to do it until now. Like, right now, it's more so, I just got done beating a level that's like the Coop and Hell difficulty. And now I'm like, alright, let's just go for this level because I feel like I would enjoy it. I don't know, I'm starting to enjoy it, so... Or... I enjoy it, it has its flaws, but... I don't know, for what it is, I kinda like it. That's so stupid. I find the wave gameplay super fun. The level is consistent, so I have mixed feelings on it, I guess. Yeah, no, I think the wave... I think if you're playing the part on its own, it's pretty fun. I think going from 0 and having to play through all the choke points is a different story. If that makes sense. I'm trying to figure out what level I want to go for after this, though. As a new artist. I do know that I want to beat the Coop and Hell finally. So I actually have some pretty funny runs on that level. And then I'm probably just going to try and beat like Blade of Justice and Bloodbath. The usual popular levels. I'm struggling to choose a new hardest, so I'm just playing Yada, which is similar difficulty. That's fair, actually. I don't know. I played a little bit of Yada because I did I think a 2017 Demon Roulette. I don't know. It didn't feel that bad. I guess it could just be because I'm so used to Sonic Waves difficulty, where it's like, I feel like if I did that level a while back, it would have sucked. But now it's like, it's not nearly as bad. Dude, I hate those ball clicks so much. I was on beat Scoop in Hell in like 2 hours yesterday, wave carried. Dude, that's kind of how I am with this level. Like, check me out. And I'm pretty sure we both can agree that the first wave is the hardest part. Oh my god. I hate this first wave. The fact that I did it first try on this is kind of insane. Like, that never happens. Yeah, the first wave guy is definitely the biggest show point. Yeah, well. I somehow was less consistent with UFO after I beat it, though. That's actually... Yeah, I can see that, actually. Because UFO has some of the weirdest points where you actually have to click. Like, I understand that completely. Or rather, the click pattern for the UFO feels pretty unnatural. Dude, as you can tell, I hate this first wave. I hate this first little gap right here. Alright. It's such an annoying gap. There we go. Okay. My God. Alright, I'll probably do a couple more attempts at this. I'm hopping back to Sonic Wave. I don't know, for me, I think instead of me being wave carried, I think it's... I actually find myself to be really good with rope. We don't talk about that. I find myself to be probably a lot more consistent with Robot. Okay, okay. Robot's interesting. Null Skates time. I actually wanted to go for Shard Skates for a while. And now it's like, I don't know if I want to go for it, just because it's off the extended list. Or it's off the demon list now. But I think off of like 2 hours of playing, I got 19%. So that's not terrible. I'll probably go on to like attempt 50 maybe. But I'm actually getting a couple pretty good runs here. Or at least a couple decent ones. Yeah, Nullscapes anyways. I'll be honest right now, if I had to pick a top level right now that I'm interested in going for, it would probably be Booblewamba. You know what? Nah, I gotta go for Scoop and Circles. Without doubt. I have to. That would go crazy, though. That's also the reason why I dropped this level, bro. What are these bush hitboxes that are going on here? Like, what is this? Like, genuinely, that's the only reason why I haven't completed this level. Or at least I dropped it. For the time being. It's just because that one hitbox. It's so stupid. Not that hitbox, but just the amount of bush hitboxes there are in it. Oh, man. It's funny because I can do the second wave. I can do the second wave and I can do the third wave back to back. It's just for the fact of getting past the first wave and then not dying afterwards due to nerves. Oh my god, bro. If you say high up in the wave, the gaps aren't that bad. It's still the fact of them being there that's just like, it's kind of annoying, alright? Like, realistically, should you really deserve to die of that? I guess after a certain point of practicing, you should kind of acknowledge that, but it's like, it still feels unfair, you know? Like, you're not expected to die to a random tumbleweed that someone decided to hide, you know? Alright, yeah, I gotta lock in. I'm gonna hope I don't get 70, 71 for like the third time in a row. I hate that click. Nibbles was evil when designing Scoop and Hell, yeah. Absolutely. Or it's more so, I don't think a lot of people really took that into account, only because we didn't have show hitboxes and whatnot back then. The only way you can really do it is, I mean, the only way you could really tell is if you actually played it yourself, or when you're botting it, or speed hacking. Just kind of testing out hitboxes from there. I mean, it was hack verified by Noob. I can only imagine that as how it was to legitimately verify it. That's such a stupid click, man. I hate it. I hate that click. I guess I can also mention this as well. Pulselate actually has now made a desktop application for Windows users for Pulselate. So that means that I'm not running this through my phone. I can just run it on my PC. I'm also probably going to work on getting new intermission screens at some point. I talked to someone about it before. It was just that I didn't really have the funds to do it right then and there. But now I'm thinking that going for it now would actually be a pretty good buy. I love this game. I don't know, those bulk clicks are gonna keep getting me every time. It's like I can never get consistent with those. Or like I have moments where I get it down pretty consistently, and then I don't complete it for like another 10 other deaths. That also happens as well. What I might try and do, I want to try and see how many levels I can beat with a GameCube controller. Because I've done that as a, while trying to be a new hardest before. I did it with a Future Demonist. I might see if I can beat an extreme with it. That I knew that was so early. Yeah, there's a couple parts of this level that just kind of get on my nerves a little bit. More specifically, I think my main issue that I've complained about several times is a little... that one part where you're supposed to keep, you kind of release at the... How do I describe it? The spikes on the floor and the ceiling and whatnot that you have to, like, individually release the click and then stay on the ceiling again. I don't know how particular to describe it, or what exactly to call it. I typically call it headbangs. Amazing. headbangers with the biggest choke point as well as a 60 FPS frame perfect. I guess I got 72 for longer than I should have as well. It ended up being a big choke point. I actually didn't really feel like this. The second wave doesn't really feel that bad once you practice it a little bit. That's my only thing. It's the issue for me personally with the second wave is that the click pattern is just so awkward to where I just could not learn it for the longest time. It was the biggest mental wall out of this entire level in my opinion. Let's see what else is here. The headbangers are biggest choke point. I hate that part. I genuinely hate it. I don't like it. As well as 60 FPS frame perfect. There's a couple of them, which is really funny. There's a couple 60 FPS frame perfects. All of them are absolutely disgusting timings. Yeah, remember me? Hello, Zixel. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Second wave I was honestly good at. Oh my god, I was honestly good at, but I randomly choked for honestly no good reason every time. Just nerves, I guess. That's kind of how I am. Both times that I got to the second wave, my heart rate shot from like 103, or like it was at like 100, and then the moment I get to the second wave, I just could not feel myself. Like that felt like an out-of-body experience. That was the dumbest stuff. No, I remember you. Trust. That also, I hate that. I hate that transition. And we're not gonna talk about the fact that I also just did the 60 FPS frame perfect right there, without looking. Like that might as well just be luck. You might as well just be playing the lottery every single time you get that click. You know? Oh my god. I was in your Fury 500 stream. Like I said, I remember you. I do remember you. I didn't say I didn't. But welcome. Seriously. Dude, the Fury 500 stream was honestly that was a good stream. Like I want to start doing more platformer levels again because it gives me more opportunities to kind of talk with chat a little bit more while actually playing through the attempt. Like I can't just talk with chat while playing this unless at the beginning I have down in such muscle memory that I can just look over here and do nothing. Now I looked over there because there was no clicks, obviously. That was so stupid. I know, right? You were cracked in platformer. There was a couple platformer levels I actually do want to go for, though. There was actually a period of time where I wanted to create a platformer top 1. Well, top 1 now, I don't know. But definitely create a really difficult platformer that had gameplay very similar to... I don't know how you pronounce it. Touhou? Like, I don't know how you pronounce it. But I wanted to make sure the final song in it, I was going to use Flame Wall by Camellia. And you had to basically do like a whole 8-minute boss fight without... Wait, hold. 8 minute? No, 7-minute boss fight without... Like, with no checkpoints at all. But in order for you to get to that point, you had to beat every other level to unlock the final room. I guess what I could do is I could do 9 levels, and then in order to get the coin, you have to speedrun. You have to speedrun every single level. Do it in a certain amount of time, and then once you get to the boss, you have to do the entire thing deathless. Dude, I knew I was gonna die to that. Oh my god, man. That part's so annoying. Nice attempt, thank you. Like I said, I needed 1 attempt. I need just 1 attempt so I can get past the first wave, so I can at least get a new best. But I was making a couple good runs earlier with the second wave. Dude, my finger slipped off for a second. I'm getting a couple good attempts getting past the beginning. Did the light just flicker on my camera? Dude, that was actually such a good click pattern. I just tapped it too early. Also, if I beat the level right there in that attempt, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be someone calling me saying I was cheating. There was no reason why I lived that thing, like that entire line of spikes. I did see the I did see the paragraph. I didn't fully read it though. I read when I get a chance. Well, I gotta get going because I got school tomorrow and I need to get ready. I wish you very good luck on Sonic Wave though. See ya. See ya. Definitely get some rest. I will see you all. I will see you probably on a later stream, most likely. Hopefully. Now we're back to the first click. Love this game. I was thinking of another platformer level I should do, and I was debating on doing, well, I want to do Robot King at some point. I want to do Robot King. I was thinking about doing World's Hardest Game 3, or World's Hardest Game Level 3. I know, you get to a point of overthinking the timings, and then you die to the stuff that's not difficult. so weird because some of these deaths just look like they're stupid deaths, and then you realize that some of them... Okay, I guess for me anyways, there are dumb deaths. Just to like the average player, probably not. I keep dying to this freaking click. I don't know why. One sec. Okay. Dude, thank God for the full Floyd app. Being on Windows. I'm so glad for that. I was so tired using my phone, and then my phone dying while Paul Floyd was up. And then it would always kick me out. Or kick me out of the heart rate monitor. It also apparently doesn't use many resources either, which is good. And then you get that transition. Love this level. That was a disgusting hold. Happens. I hate that transition so much, man. Wait, it's a 1069. I have to do good on this one. Please let me do good on this. I'm actually taking a death run break for once in my life. Let's go. I'm guessing you were having a losing streak for a second. Oh my god, I thought I died to that. Okay. I hate this freaking click so much, dude. Oh my god. Cool. I was doing fine, but I feel like I should take 30 minutes off and play an obby or something. Probably. Like
I don't know, man. With everything with Roblox now, I would have made an account just to probably play obbies. But now I'm like, man, I probably will not pick up that game like ever. Unless stuff really changes with their system, I'm not playing it. Always gotta love that click. Amazing. In a different world, we could have been Death Run rivals. In a different world, you could. I'd be a Death Run Go, you'd be a Smash 2 tour. We'd be like polar opposites. That'd be cursed. I mean, I'd say you're better than a 2-2er. Actually, hold on, what was my run like at the monthly? Well, where did I go? Did I go? I think I went 3-2. Yeah, I went 3-2. I outplaced my team by 1, which is good at least. Because I had a bye, but I had to go against John round 1. Like, my round 1 anyways. Amazing. Ew! Whoa, I just realized, why did I die to that? Ew. I think it went 4-2 or 3-2 there. I definitely went 3-2. Because I won against John, I lost against Nope, and then when I got sent to losers, I had to fight against Spooky, and then John again, and then Nope again. Funny enough, if you beat BB, I feel like you would have beaten, or if you beat Nope, I feel like you would have beaten BB. That all depends, because I basically had to carry that momentum, and it was more or less I could not pop off to taking that win. If I popped off at all, I would lose all steam. But honestly, beating BB was definitely possible. I died at transition like 3 times, and these are like the only times I've ever died at that transition. That sucks. That could have been a 4 attempts. Because I've actually been consistent at the click and release frame perfect. I just realized you're at SDG right now. Second place could legit go 2-2. Could legit go 2-2. That is not true. Well, it's also, so here's the thing with the recent bracket, that not only was it it was a holiday sort of thing. A lot of people didn't know about it, and a lot of people also happened to work, or was also busy with other stuff. There was a couple people actually who dodged. So I feel like that was just a lower turnout, but it wasn't necessarily that it was a bad turnout, per se. You still got a lot of the good players. It's kind of the same thing of like the one time I hosted a bracket, and there was only 6 people entering, but it was literally like all ranked people. It was practically an invitational. Player. Hey, don't talk trash on my Ghost Sin and my other Ghost Cinnamon. I knew that was way too early, man. I hate those clicks. I'll be honest right now, I just don't. Oh man. The ball part is probably the only part that I would probably say about the level. Like, full parts anyways. That's probably the only one I would say I like actually dislike. Honestly, for real, if Cinnamon is pretty good. That's pretty much how a lot of... I mean, I don't know if I showed you about Newbie beating Aegis. And then they ended up losing their next 2 matches to still get 9th. I felt so bad because they did just take a win off of a former PR player. Or not former PR player, but a former top 5 player. I actually felt so bad for them. Same with Sisicros. Sisicros also got 9th, but they ended up beating Trex. Why do I keep dying there, dude? Oh, God. I never die there. Why am I dying? Why did I die there like 4 times today? I don't ever die there. Why do I keep dying there? I think I may have found a pretty consistent way of doing the headbangs, hopefully. Dude, the camera's completely screwed. If I remember correctly, unless you had a round 1 bye, winning round 1 didn't provide any benefit in regards to losers bracket. Pretty much. But it's also, well, the main benefit that it does hold is that you're most likely playing against a more difficult opponent in losers if you do lose. So if you lose round 1, your path is gonna look a lot a lot harder than you losing round 2. I will say, Spooky getting 5th as the completely like last seed. Last seed getting 5th is low-key kind of crazy. I'm so tired of that. I'm not getting any good runs at all. I don't know why. I don't even know. And being up 2-0 in that lose quarterfinal before he started trying, bro, I was trying, man. Come on, don't say that. But here, I mean, that's the thing though, is like, that's kind of what I mean by like the O2ers that are here aren't like, they're not that bad at all. Like, I would not say that they're bad enough to be like the real 2-2ers, you know? People who don't play the game at all, people who just straight up do not understand the game. Like, they go to these tournaments and whatnot, they go 0-2 and whatnot, but realistically, they're not bad players. And the fact that at a monthly of all things, at a paid event, they ended up getting 5th is kind of crazy. I will watch their career with great interest. Yeah. Oh my god, bro. Although I think his take on an absolute garbage, there's no way Yoshi is a -4 per planet. Funny enough, I was talking with him about it, and I'm like, you'd be very surprised at how even that matchup is. Like, unironically, like, that's kind of what I mean by Yoshi has some of the weirdest low tier matchups. There's not necessarily a low tier that, in my opinion, he like hard loses against, but it's more or less. He has a lot of lower tier matchups that are just even. Or that are even, or if not, like, slightly winning in his favor. Like, for instance, Ganon's like a +1 for Yoshi. Plant's like even. I've heard a lot of people say that, I've heard Pina and a couple of other Yoshi players say that Yoshi Little Mac is even. And personally, I agree. I've seen some people say Lucario Yoshi's even. Like, you'd be surprised. sucks. Oh, my last match is in Ascent, but then said Yoshi's is Plant's worst matchup. Bro, that guy is that guy is a redacted figure now. That guy's that player, that is a banned figure right there. To be fair though, that guy was a character. In one way or another, I'm not going into it. But yeah, no, the fact that they were just saying that, I'm like, it was literally for the fact of he was like one of the few people who was also saying that like Yoshi like broken and whatnot. That matchup's like ridiculously bad for playing or whatever. I'm like, no, it isn't. And you'd be very surprised that being the case. It's really funny because he actually has some pretty good higher tier matchups. Like he wins against Rob, in my opinion he wins against Kazuya. He's one of the few characters that does pretty decently against Steve. And he also, in my opinion, wins against Game & Watch. Oh yeah, also he also slightly loses to Ike. I forgot about that. That's kind of the entire reason why I say like Yoshi is not like in no way, shape, or form a top 10 character. Doesn't Yoshi win against Min Min technically too? So I don't know if Min Min's considered a high tier. Min Min's absolutely considered a high tier, and Yoshi does win against Min Min. I just don't know the Min Min matchup. There's no Min Mins around here that are like crazy high level. Which kind of sucks because I'm kind of stuck just getting matchup checked the entire time. I don't even think the matchup's like that unfun either. Like I don't even have like little fun playing Min Min either. It's just like a lot of time I find a lot of Min Min players be relatively pretty respectful. With the exception of a certain player, but I'm not gonna talk about them. I know this certain someone, but I don't know if they even count it technically. They're a co-main. They're a co-main, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. It's just like, it annoys me because it's like, I kind of hate, and I've said this already, I hate how my skill, quote unquote, is dependent on how good I do against like two characters, and that's just like, it's the dumbest, in my opinion, it's the dumbest philosophy I've ever heard. It's like, don't take it to account as how I do against one player, see how I do against literally everyone else. Because there's some areas where other players can be really good in where where I might not be, but then there's other areas where I could be superior in and everyone else is like, alright, you know? Everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses at the end of the day. I hate this click. Yeah, no, for me anyways, it's like, I try to pick up other characters for matchups, and it's just like, it never fully works, you know? As sucks because it's like I try my absolute hardest to outplay my opponent, but then it's like, oh yeah, it's considered cheese, you know? It's like I outplay my opponent, I win an interaction neutral. Oh hey, look at that! I cheese the matchup because I hit a back air, you know? Like, dude, if you don't know how to recover and whatnot, it's called a gimp, you know? If you don't know how to recover, you know, that's not my fault, you know? If you don't know how to play neutral, that's not my fault. I keep dying to these dumbest things, dude. Not gonna lie, has this always been a thing where I just die to the side for some reason? Like, I go through the whole platform for some odd reason and then I die? Like, what is going on with it? Yeah, like the Samus matchup, I mean, just because, hold up. Yeah, like the Samus matchup, I mean, just because you struggle with Steve, but it seems like you don't even lose to a lot of Steves. No, I'm very good in the Steve matchup. It's literally just a player thing. Like, when you play against the same player over and over and over again in the same matchup, like, you're going to get to a point where you just never struggle in that matchup unless you're playing them. And at that point, it's just a matter of becoming a overall better player than them. Don't get me wrong, it's still an annoying matchup regardless, but either way, at least you're ready for probably one of the most meta-relevant characters. Like, I'm pretty sure I could probably go against... A9 and win that, to be honest. Now, granted, it would be a very hard-fought battle. But it's like, I mean, I have wins on, like, some really good Steve players. Some state ranked, one of them even got NA ranked, you know? That's such a lame death. Like, you can't really get on me at a certain point. I play an easy character, yeah, but it's like I only have so many bag of tricks before I have to actually start realizing, yeah, I have to play neutral against all these people. I have to play neutral against all these people and I have to optimize everything. I can say that I can camp out a lot of matchups, but I literally cannot. A9 seems to be pretty beatable, especially since both Styles and Monks have wins on him and Josh taken the game 5 before. That's the thing, like, you have that, like, you put that into perspective, and the fact of, I think the only Jersey Yoshi I can think of is Houdini, and then Dino Nuggies. In which I'm pretty sure for Steve, I'm pretty sure Dino Nuggies probably just goes, Wii Fit into that. That's such a lame death. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, fair enough. From what I've seen, who plays way more campy than you do, so it's probably a way different matchup for 8-9. That's pretty much about it. It's like, personally for me, I don't like camping a lot of matchups, but it's just like, I think it's kind of stupid if it starts backfiring on me about me camping matchups, because it's like, oh yeah, I'm the lane player. I'm like, hey, my bad that you want to see me get backered 90 times in a match and then lose. Or, I know I'm ranting about Smash and whatnot in the Geometry Dash stream, but I don't know. That's so freaking lame, man. Oh my god. I mean, hey, at least there was one good thing that came out of yesterday, and it was mostly, I kind of brought up the idea of a couple of us having almost basically like one day, none of us are busy, we all just hang out for the day. Yeah, that was completely my fault. Crazy. I mean, honestly, what else do you do as Yoshi against Cloud or Aegis besides camp? That's pretty much about it. You have to pretty much make them approach you, but even then with Aegis, if they're strictly sticking with Mythra, they can foresight literally everything. Or they can foresight every egg possible, and then they can punish you just for simply throwing out egg off a reaction. It's so lame. And not only that too, but stuff like down throw, up air, I can't do that because it's not true by frames, but because of that you can air dodge out of it. And look at that, you get foresight. So I have to always be baiting out foresight, spot dodge in every way. And that pretty much is my entire game plan unless they switch to Pyro. And at that point just camp. Like I have to scrap with Mythra and then Pyro I have to camp. I don't know if I want to just start from the first. I don't know if I want to start from the drop to 100. I don't know if I want to start from the drop or not. or from the first wave, and just see if I can build up my consistency from there. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna do that. Because I think the fact that I keep dying to this one part is pretty lame. Like, I'm just dying to stupid stuff now. I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know what's going on with me today.